Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, a very warm welcome to all of you from the Patrick Bowman House of Basketball in Switzerland. We are delighted that you are joining us here tonight for the draw ceremony of the quarterfinals and the Final Four of the Basketball Champions League. Not too long ago, back in September, there were 54 clubs at the starting line for Season 8, all of them dreaming and hoping to still be competing today. Only 8 teams could make it this far, and they are now only 4 games away, 4 wins away from lifting this beautiful trophy behind me. Who will their opponents be? We're about to find out. But first of all, let's together find out something even more important. We will discover the name of the host city of the 2024 Final Four. And for that, please welcome on stage the CEO of the Basketball Champions League, Mr. Patrick Komnenos.
Thank you very much, Chloe, distinguished guests and club representatives. A very warm welcome from me too in this wonderful night in the Patrick Bowman House of Basketball. After 165 games played so far in the season, 8 teams have reached this quarterfinal stage. 4 of these teams will have the chance to make history and become legendary as they participate in this season's Final Four, which will be held in a city that is a cradle of European basketball, a birthplace of basketball legends. It's therefore time to end the suspense about the host of this year's pinnacle event. As you can see, I'm not holding an envelope in my hands, but I will not keep you waiting any longer. The city that will host the 2024 Basketball Champions League Final Four is Belgrade.
Wow, this is a legendary location indeed. Mr. Komnenos, let me ask you a first very simple question. Of all the iconic places in basketball, why Belgrade?
Well, I think it's a very iconic place indeed. This year we've had the chance to collaborate with the local environment, the Serbian Basketball Federation, although we do not have a club that plays in Belgrade, we've used the wonderful facilities and the wonderful conditions for some of the games of Israeli clubs that were not able to play their games in their home country. So this allowed us to build a sort of relationship, the collaboration, and allow us to use this opportunity to return to Belgrade for this amazing Final Four. Obviously, we've received a lot of support in our endeavors, starting from the President of the Republic, Mr. Alexander Vucic, who we thank extremely from our side. We know he's a basketball fan, so we hope that he will join us during this event. Of course, the Minister of Sport, Mr. Goran Jagic, but of course our good friends in the Federation, the President, Sasha Danilovic, the Secretary General Zlatko Bolic, who is going to be joining us here as well. And of course, we've also collaborated with the arena and a former basketball star that manages the arena, Goran Gribovic, that has supported us very much. So for us, it's almost a natural progression from what we started back in October with the participation of teams and the games hosted in Belgrade to now finish the season in this most iconic of locations.
Thank you, Mr. Komnenos. And I think you will agree with me that such a basketball event also needs a legendary basketball figure to represent it, right? So let's watch together to see who the ambassador of the 2024 Final Four will be. please welcome to the stage Mr. Željko Rebraca, the ambassador of the 2024 Final Four. Please give him a big round of applause.
Hello.
Mr. Rebraca, great to have you here. Kako si?
Odlično. Thank you.
You can take a seat here. It's an honor to have you in the role of ambassador, but as you know probably better than anyone else, every great player needs great teammates. We saw some of your great teammates in this video. Throughout your career, you play with amazing players as well. So we asked for some help from experts to help you tonight. So please also welcome on stage the Secretary General of the Serbian Federation, Mr. Zlatko Bolic, as well as FIBA Hall of Fame inductee and head coach of the Serbian national team, Mr. Svetislav Pešić. Welcome, gentlemen. It's an honor to have you here with us tonight. So let me start by saying a big vala to all of you, first of all. And let me start with the ambassador of the 2024 BCL Final Four, Mr. Rebraca, who is also the president of Košarkaški klub Vojvodina Novi Sad. I don't know if I said it right.
No, it's good. Right. Great.
Thank you. It's impossible to list all of your achievements and titles, but our viewers here know that you've won finals with your clubs, you've won medals with the national team, you probably have more great memories than most players. What would you like the players of all the teams to remember from this BCL Final Four in Belgrade?
For me, story starts in '92 with that championship. So every player, each player can make their own story on those kind of the games, and you can change your career and you can go on another level, because power of everybody is to make your own story and to go to play on those games great and change your career for life.
You mentioned 1992. You will remind our audience that that year you helped Partizan win the FIBA European Champions Cup Final Four, the only Serbian club to ever do it. So you know pretty much what will go on inside the mind of the players in Belgrade. What advice would you give them, and maybe especially to the teams and the players that will be in the underdog position as you were in 1992?
92 we showed like underdog, we won that time. That means you need to give everything what you got, but sometimes you need to give more than that. You need to be disciplined and concentrated and to give everything what you have, and you can change like we changed that year. So everything is inside of us. You have your ups and downs, but basketball is not just winning and losing, you know, it's just in those crucial moments you can grow and go on another level.
And I'm pretty sure that Belgrade is the perfect place to give more. I mean, in your career, you've played in Serbia, but also in the United States, in Spain, in Italy, in Greece. What is the special ingredient about playing in Belgrade that you don't get anywhere else?
Look, basketball in the Belgrade in Serbia is a way of the life. Connection between the fans and the players, they're special. Atmosphere is electric, and everything is totally different. And when you experience that kind of atmosphere, is some experience for your life, and it's difficult to describe those moments.
Thank you, Mr. Rebraca. A lifetime experience. I guess that's what the players are expecting in Belgrade. Let me turn to you, Mr. Bolic. Serbia this year is celebrating 100 years of basketball. Congratulations. First of all, I think we can give it a round of applause. And this milestone coincides with the Basketball Champions League Final Four coming to Belgrade for the first time. How does it fit in the overall plan of the federation?
First of all, good evening, everyone, and thanks for the invitation to be here in this great event, to be one of the part this great night. Yes, we actually last year celebrate 100 years, and now we can say we have 101 years old, so we have 101 years old. So we for us, this final tournament in BCL League in Serbia, in Belgrade, it's very important, and it's proud for us because show us we are the country of the basketball. We like basketball, we live with basketball. It's totally different, and I hope the teams who will come to Belgrade can, feeling like home. And I welcome the teams, and also I want to tell the teams to have good luck today on the draw to be like they want to happen.
You mentioned Serbian basketball. I won't ask you to give away the secrets of what makes Serbia so great in basketball, unless, of course, if you want to share it with us. But could you explain to our audience from the rest of the world, how does Serbia manage to combine success on the basketball court with success as an organizer of so many big basketball events?
I will share your question on two ways. First part of the question, I'll pass the coach Pešić because his responsibility on the court. I can take about the side of the court. This is the organization. We have a lot of things. We have obligation to organize everything what need the coaching staff, the team staff. Even men's and women's to organize conditional, to be ready to have a perfect for his job and to do the best on the way on the court. So this is our way. I mean, when you have combination between coaching staff, coaching team and our in the federation, you can missing the good result. This is small secret.
We'll ask Coach Pešić about the basketball part in just a second, but I have one last question for you. As a player, you were an amazing shooter, and I'm curious to know who were your favorite players when you were growing up, and how important you think it is going to be for young kids today to watch some great players from up close in the Final Four in Belgrade?
I would be great shooter in the last century, I know to make the joke, but in that time, not just me, a lot of kids who play basketball, who start to play basketball. The most famous player was Michael Jordan. We cannot talk about Michael Jordan too much, but everybody wants to copy Michael Jordan. When we watch Michael Jordan, everybody wants to dunk, shoot, moving on the court. This is the biggest ever for me and for my colleague in that period.
Well, Michael Jordan unfortunately won't be there in Belgrade, but we'll have some amazing players and some amazing coaches as well. And this is the opportunity for me to ask you, Mr. Pešić. We have 8 great coaches at the helm of the quarterfinalist team, but I'm sure none of them have won the FIBA Basketball World Cup, the FIBA Eurobasket, as well as all European club competitions like you did. So can you tell us what is the key to success in these do-or-die games that lead to a title?
Every game, every competition is different. It means in the Final Four or in the decision games, you need to make excellent preparation. We say always bad preparation, bad result. That means preparation, I believe in process, I believe in preparation. And we know that if you started to play decision game, all the games like, let's say, last experience in Final Four in Malaga was excellent basketball first, because all the games, they was close games. And the coach's job is, what I say before, to first to prepare the mentally, tactically, and to have a game plan. Game plan is decision, but you can have very good game plan, but how you release this game plan, this is the secret. This is what is difference between some coaches and some teams.
Well, I hope the coaches watching took notes of this great knowledge that you just shared with us. You were inducted to the FIBA Hall of Fame for your titles and your achievements at every possible level of basketball all over the world. Perhaps you can explain better than anybody what makes Serbia a basketball country and what makes it so unique in our sport.
This is not the first time that I received these questions. Although everybody like to know what is the secret. First of all, I like to say that we are not more, also Serbian or Yugoslavian, former Yugoslavian player, we are not more talented than other basketball country. The secret is working. So we coaches on players like Rebraca, and he knows better than me what he must to make to came on this level where he came. That means the secret is working, and the secret is, let's say, more than other. And I think we did that. And secondly, maybe one difference we have in Yugoslavia, in former Yugoslavia, in Serbia now, we have specific or unique methodic of the practice or selection of the player. This is a little bit difference. I cannot say this is the best, but it's difference that the other basketball country. I mean, practice, organization, the practice, exercises, decision, which let's say, drills we use to improve or to develop individual tactic or individual technique of the player. For us was always, in the middle of the all is how we can improve the player. And if you talk about, this is no coach clinic tonight, I know, but you ask me, I finish now with good exercises or decisional exercises where we use coaches. Later you will improve confidence. Confidence, and you will develop, let's say, this winning mentality what we have. But winning mentality without hard work is not possible to reach this result what we did in the past.
Thank you very much for sharing. You mentioned that winning mentality, you have that as a coach. You used to have that as a player as well. I don't know if you know, but we're only a few kilometers away from the city of Grenoble, the city where 45 years ago you won as a player the FIBA European Champions Cup with Bosna Sarajevo. What is your biggest memory from that final, and what is the main difference emotionally between being in a final or a Final Four as a player and as a coach?
First of all, the big memories was we were first Yugoslavian team who became champion in Europe. And secondly, without foreign player. This was one of the biggest clubs result in history of Yugoslavia basketball. What was the second question?
The question was about the difference between being a part of a final emotionally.
Don't exist big difference, because if I talk about me, because you ask me that I must talk about me. I was always, let's say, extension arms from the coaches. Different is, of course, the coaches. The first job of the coaches is to take decision, and because the responsibility what they have, the coaches, is a little bit other than player. What is better? What is different? If you ask me, what I like still to be player, and sometimes I dream that I play basketball.
Thank you very much, Coach Pesic. Mr. Kominos, I think our guest made it pretty clear that Belgrade is the ideal destination for the BCL Final Four this season. And Belgrade Arena is probably one of the best venues in Europe. It has hosted so many big basketball events. What should we expect from the BCL in that venue?
No, I think it is correct. Belgrade Arena or Stark Arena is a magnificent state-of-the-art venue that has tremendous experience. As I mentioned before, their CEO is a former basketball legend, Goran Grebovic. So we are very excited to partner with the arena and with the entire community of basketball in Belgrade. I think what we bring is a great show, is a great event, both in the city and in the arena. I think the fans will have the opportunity to witness what is a basketball Champions League weekend, whether it is at the fan zone, whether it is at the awards ceremony, whether it is at the arena, because it does allow us to showcase the infrastructure and the facilities that exist. And we hope to be able to bring many surprises to Stark Arena in order to demonstrate again what we as BCL try always to do, be a little bit in the foreground, be a little bit innovative, and try to set the bar very high for our own basketball community.
So many surprises coming to this BCL Final Four in Belgrade, which will be the final stop for Season 8. But the road to Belgrade has also been extremely interesting. What can you say about the season leading to that pinnacle event?
Every year we say it's a very competitive season, but we have the data that support this. We know how many games were close, how many went to overtime, the fact that until yesterday we were still missing a lot of the participating teams. We did not know who would qualify until the very last minute. But also talking to a lot of our clubs, hearing a lot of our coaches, they keep talking about the increase in the level of competition in the Basketball Champions League, how every season becomes more challenging, more competitive. So for us, this is the most important message, making sure that the competition continues to grow, making sure that what we offer to our fans, to our players, to our coaches, to our environment remains very, very competitive. So today, we have here 8 teams that have traveled a very long way from early October when we started the competition. Congratulations are deserved to them, because it has not been an easy journey for any one of them. And we believe that as we now start the road to Belgrade, we will, in a few weeks' time, be talking about the best ever basketball Champions League season and about the best ever basketball Final Four in Belgrade.
Thank you, Mr. Komnenos. I think that's what everybody hoped for. And a big thanks to everyone on our distinguished panel for sharing their knowledge with us tonight. I think this last answer was the perfect assist to turn our focus to the road to Belgrade. So let us first remind ourselves of the ground we have covered already. Let's have a quick look back at the season so far.
Welcome to the party. Excuse me. Look at Carter. Spinning. Going down with some thunder.
2 hands. Oh!
Dalton Pearl for the win. Dalton Pearl. The alley-oop play with Hamilton. Let's get all the way up. To follow. Labas Ritas. Labasiana. McCollum to Carey for the hammer. Dennis.
Oh, what a block.
Oh, look at this. The dunk by Jarrell Adams.
The play.
Oh, here we go, goes in.
Oh, what a pass yet again.
Nice pass ahead. Oh my goodness. Goes off of Hilliard's hands. And then, oh, and a flying in for the dunk. Goes in, gets rejected by Diouf. Are you kidding me?
Mike looking to push this one. Look out below. Oh, baby!
Went right into the hands. Look at the behind the back pass.
What the hell did we just see? Atsi Brasho.
Oh, it's at Shermadini. Marcelinho bounce pass to Shermadini.
Giles moves it in.
Oh! Akitas Masulis.
And there, this is better. That's a super finish, McKinney.
downtown, baby. Oh, Kyrios.
Absolutely sensational images from this season 8, the Infinity season. Now picture this in Belgrade Arena. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say we cannot wait. And we cannot wait either for the draw that will define each team's path to Belgrade. Mr. Pesic will assist us with the proceedings, and we have asked for the help of one more Serbian great. Let's please welcome Mr. Dragan Tarlac, the director of Serbia's national team. Mr. Tarlac, thank you very much for being here with us. I think that with you, we complete today a mini Hall of Fame of Novi Sad legends, right?
It seems like that.
You played your first Final Four almost 30 years ago, but I suppose one thing that has not changed is how a player feels before entering a Final Four, before coming onto the court. What advice would you give to the players that reached the Final Four in Belgrade?
Well, I think that Coach Pesic was very precise about the process that each and every team is going through reaching such tournament. From my experience and what is past teaching us and the presence is that each and every team has equal chances of winning it. But only the best prepared physically and mentally is finally winning it. I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in anything that happens by chance. I believe in that process that Coach was mentioning, and especially being prepared on the right and proper way for such a difficult tournament where every player is carrying a lot of pressure on their shoulders. So who's ready to take that all the way through is winning the cup.
Well, equal chances. I think it's even more true in the BCL where the field is so competitive. As the director of Serbia's national team, you're still around some of the best players in the world in some of the best competitions. We heard before that the BCL is very proud of putting players in the best conditions every event. What do you think have been the biggest improvement in player experience in big competitions since you retired?
Well, I'm glad to say that, and facing now directly the improvement of every competition that I'm participating now with the national team. So competitions on the highest level that are organized by FIBA, as the last one that we played in was in Manila, World Cup in Manila. Everything was on the greatest possible level for the moment. So I can say that for FIBA as well for our federation, trying to do the best for our players. So the improvement is obvious. The changings are great. But one thing that hasn't changed is that the main role and the main actors of this game are players. That hasn't changed. And let's keep it that way. The best part of the basketball are players. So we are in position to give our best through our services, to have them not just now in the summers, when big competitions are happening, also during the season, through the qualifiers, where we're in position to offer our best to them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tarlac. You can take your position for the draw here. And now I would like to invite on stage the Basketball Champions League competitions representatives, Mr. Dejan Lekic, who will conduct the draw, and Mr. David Bassan, who will assist him.
Thank you, Chloe, Mr. Pesic, Mr. Tarlac. Big honor having you here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, dear club representatives, dear guests. First of all, I would like to congratulate the 8 clubs that have qualified for the quarterfinals. We had several thrilling games up until the final buzzer last night, witnessing, again, the tremendous quality and competitiveness of participating teams. Throughout the season, all teams have to fight every game like it's a small final, and every night can be unpredictable. But from now on, there is no margin for error for the team that aspires to lift the beautiful BCL trophy in April in the magnificent Belgrade Arena. The 4 group winners are the teams with the home court advantage in the quarterfinals, meaning that if their series goes to a 3rd game, they will play that game at home. Let's review now and remember again who those 4 seeded teams are.
Fernandez, Shermadini. How was someone that big missed?
Oh, baby! Oh, my goodness.
It's 2.
I don't know what Yuri's divisions say to his players. Hangs in, gets rejected. Baseline goes up. Oh, baby! Are you kidding me?
Bobs finds his man. Can he find 3 points? Yes, he can. It's Kennedy.
Taken away by Sanrus again. They've got there. Foot on the pedal here. Chance for another 3, and they've taken it.
Down the middle. Oh, baby! Kurt's got to shoot this one. 3 is up. 3 is good. And it's get back to a deja vu moment.
Quick pass. Oh, nice pump fake from Bernardo. No elevation. Pass, edge and open. And 3-pointer for Melvin.
Look at that, first of all.
Those were the group winners, and now we will see which teams can be the opponents of the seeded teams in the quarterfinal. These are the 4 teams that finished 2nd in their respective groups and will be unseeded in the draw.
Graves sinks it. He drives, he jumps, he scores. Nelson for 3. It's a huge 3.
50 to go in this quarter. It's played inside well. That's a great score.
Williams for 3. A wondrous 3 from Williams.
Goes in around. Strong move by Joe Ragland. Connected at the summit. And silence. Upen is connected.
Echenike hands it off and the dunk.
Howard puts it up. Steven! On the way. Thank you very much, sir. Here comes Vanichka. Vanichka on the way. Rejected.
Now Holmesley's going to attack the basket as well, and he scores.
Look at the attack. Put it between the legs. There's the alley, but finding.
Into the hands. Look at the behind the back pass and the dunk on the break.
Oh, Bright says no.
We can now commence the quarterfinals draw, and we have to remind on the technicalities. There is actually only one restriction for the quarterfinals draw, and it's very straightforward. Teams that were in the same round of 16 group cannot be drawn against each other. To give an example, Telekom Baskets Bonn cannot be drawn in the same pairing with MH Paris and Ludwigsburg because both teams were in the same group. In fact, they just played a great game last night, and obviously they cannot be paired before the Final Four stage. We will first draw a seeded team from the pot in front of Mr. Pesic, and the computer will indicate the options of the unseeded teams that can be drawn against it. These options will be placed in the ball in front of Mr. Tarlac, and this is how we define the quarterfinal pairings until all 4 pairs have been drawn. Important note, the quarterfinal pairings will automatically be assigned with a number from 1 to 4 in the order of the draw. These numbers will be used a few minutes later to determine the semi-final pairings in the Final Four. We are now ready. Mr. Pesic, please shuffle well, and let's see who the first team in the first quarterfinal pairing will be from the pot of the seeded teams. And it is Telekom Baskets Bonn. Actual winner, the team that for the first time participated in the Final Four, and for them it will be obviously second time in the quarterfinals. They are title defenders, and let's see who their opponent can be from the following teams: Tofaş Bursa, Peristeri Athens, and Prometheas Patras. Obviously, those teams were not in the same group. Now we need help of Mr. Tarlac. Please shuffle well, and let's see who the opponent of Telekom Basketball will be in the quarterfinals.
Peristeri.
Peristeri Bevin. So we have the first quarterfinal draw, which is Telekom Basketball and Peristeri Bevin. Mr. Pešić, it's our side of the table. Turn to see Team A in the quarterfinal, number 2.
Murcia.
UCAM Murcia, they had their participation in the Final Four 2018 in Athens, the only participation for UCAM Murcia, who is, by the way, one of the most successful teams in the BCL playing on the home court. They have won 22 out of 23 games in total on their home court. Let's see now from the following teams: Tofaş Bursa and MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. Which one of them will have tough job to maybe win the game in Murcia?
Ludwigsburg.
MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, the team from Germany. We are halfway to go in the quarterfinals. 2 more teams remaining in the pot of Mr. Pešić. Let's see the next one. We have 2 Spanish teams.
Unicaja Malaga.
Unicaja Malaga is the team that hosted the Final Four last year. Amazing experience for everyone. And as we can see, because of the group restrictions, the only available opponent for them will be Prometheas Patras, but we are going further, proceeding with the draw, and to hopefully see that in that ball is Prometheas Patras. Yes, it is.
Patras.
Everything is correct. Prometheas Patras will be the opponent of Unicaja Malaga. And what is remaining, it's not secret anymore, but again, we need to finish the draw until the end.
Now is Tenerife.
Lenovo Tenerife, our 2 times champion, the first ever champion, and one of the most successful teams in the history of basketball Champions League, actually the most successful. They are the only team having 100+ victories in the competition. And again, the only available opponent remaining for them, it's Tofaş Bursa. And it is our only representative from Turkey in the quarterfinal draw, which will be actually the repetition of the quarterfinal 2 seasons ago when we ended with the beautiful Final Four in Bilbao. This concludes the draw for the quarterfinals. Let's have one more look at the 4 pairings. Quarterfinal 1, Telekom Baskets Bonn, Peristeri Bevin Athens. Quarterfinal 2, UCAM Murcia, MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. Quarterfinal number 3, Unicaja Malaga, Prometheas Patras. And quarterfinal 4, Lenovo Tenerife, Tofaş Bursa. All 8 contenders now know what the road to Belgrade looks like. I take the opportunity to thank Mr. Pešić and Mr. Tarlac for their help, and I'm asking our colleague Chloe, inviting her to come back on the stage.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lekic. Thank you to Mr. Pešić and Mr. Tarlac as well. The Final Four ambassador, Mr. Jelko Revraca, will help us with the Final Four draw in just a moment. But before we proceed, let's remember what the Final Four is all about. I think a reminder of last year's amazing edition in Malaga is just what we need.
Welcome to the Final Four in Malaga for the Basketball Champions League. Novo Tenerife and Hapoel Jerusalem getting ready to hit things off. Yeah, who drops in and gets rejected from Mr. Swat. Carrington for three! Jerusalem survived! Can you believe it? Pass and the dunk by Kravitz. And George blows past Will Thomas. Malcolm left open. Money and Bond survive. We are underway. The Basketball Champions League final between Telecom Basketball and Hapoel Jerusalem. There was a putback. Two hands. Foul. Puts it up. He moves the shot. Three-point shot is good. Telecom Basketball. They've done it. They have become the first team from Germany to do it.
Some amazing images, and we are ready now to commence the Final Four draw. And this is even more straightforward because no more restrictions. We will simply draw the pre-assigned number of each quarterfinal, one after the other. So the winner of the first quarterfinal we draw will play against the winner of the next drawn quarterfinal. And obviously, the last two drawn quarterfinal winners will face each other in the second semifinal in Belgrade. Mr. Rebraca, we are ready. Please shuffle well. We are ready to see the Team A in the first semifinal. And it is the winner of quarterfinal 4, where we have the teams of Lenovo Tenerife and Tofaş Bursa. We are ready for their opponent. Let's see the winner of which quarterfinal draw will face Lenovo Tenerife or Tofaş Bursa. And it is the winner of quarterfinal 1. We know now the first semifinal pairing, and obviously it's not secret anymore, but we need to also do the job until the end and see also for the technical reasons the Team A and Team B in the other semifinal.
Winner quarterfinal 2.
And the winner quarterfinal 2, where we have the teams of Murcia and MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, and the final ball to open tonight.
Winner quarterfinal 3.
Winner of quarterfinal 3. This means that everything was according to the regulations, and we have now fully packed to the Final Four, but also the pairings at the Final Four. This concludes the draw for the Final Four. Let's have one more look at the two semifinal pairings. So the winner of the game between Lenovo Tenerife and Tofaş Bursa will face the winner of Telecom Baskets Bonn and Peristeri Bevin. On the other side, the winner of UCAM Murcia MHP Riesen will face the winner of Unicaja Malaga Prometeas Patras. Mr. Rebraca, I cannot thank you enough, you, but also to Mr. Pešić and Mr. Tarlac. You made us all feel tonight like champions on the stage. Finally, I would like to wish the best of luck to all the teams that enter the quarterfinals and to the 4 that will make it to Final Four. Belgrade is excited to welcome the best 4 teams of the season.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lekic. Thank you, Mr. Rebraca. And a big thanks to all of you for attending this ceremony in person here at the Patrick Bowman House of Basketball or watching the live broadcast. We hope to see you all in Belgrade for what will be a legendary Final Four. See you in April. Have a great night. Goodbye.